Donald Trump wants to be punitive to California because he doesn't personally like Gavin Newsom. He knows that in his base, that he can lean into a decades-long attack plan by the Republican Party to demonize blue states and to demonize blue cities. But where the Republican Party has lied to the American public, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas, the reason you can't have nice things is not because of the people in California. Actually, they subsidize everything that your state can't produce. The reason you can't have nice things is because Republican supermajorities suck. They prey on the working class and only benefit the upper class. And Gavin Newsom has stepped in as somebody who will take on Trump, and hopefully he takes this economic message to the American people, because I think that's at the core of where we can get people to swing back outside of this autocratic oligarchy that is well underway. But Pumps is going to play some clips where he is basically saying, if you're an American from California, tough titties, I'm not your president.
That's right. Play the clip, Kyles.
Dust ups with Governor Newsom impact additional wildfire relief out there. They've requested $40 billion.
Sure, the man's incompetent. He shouldn't have fires like that. You clean the floor of your forest and you won't have any forest fires. You know, Austria has very, very flammable trees. They don't have...
Enough. Austria has very flammable trees. Shut the fuck up. Okay, here's a response from Gavin Newsom. Sucking up to the president should not be a requirement for him to do the right thing for the American people. Only a truly disturbed person would threaten to withhold aid from victims. And Trump is doing this across the board. He is threatening to withhold aid. He's threatening to go into blue cities. He's threatening Democrats with their VA health care. This is a man that acts like he's never leaving office because he is consolidating power and becoming authoritarian. Because all of these policies that he's doing, if they were done on the flip side, if Democrats were doing it to the Republicans, we all know what Fox News would do. But it is so stunning that American president has now decided which cities to pick to give aid to. And might I remind everybody, he still hasn't given FEMA aid to red states, but he
wants to close down FEMA.
He wants to close down FEMA.
He wants to end FEMA. And so this, MAGA Christians, think about this. Natural disasters or any sort of disaster that happens where people lose loved ones, there's injuries, they lose property. That's why we have government, to add assistance. We live in Oklahoma where tornadoes have ripped through, even hit schools, and kids have died. People's houses completely down, completely ripped up. These are tax-paying, hardworking, Republican Christian people that are hit. FEMA is the one that comes in and provides assistance. And so these Christian voters that are voting for a man who wants to dismantle and get rid of FEMA, make it make sense to me how this hypocrisy lives within the MAGA movement. Either you're a Christian and you're for helping those in need, or you're a psycho-capitalist, and even though you yourself may not be a millionaire or billionaire, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure the millionaires and billionaires have the best pain-free, tax-free life imaginable. And this is at the heart of what needs to be called out every single time. MAGA Christians, are you good with people suffering? Because it's my understanding that your Lord and personal Savior was not.
Well, it's just everything Trump does is about him withholding, and you have to come and kiss my ass. Getting rid of FEMA hits red states the hardest. California can afford it. Oklahoma can't. Louisiana can't. I mean, it's crazy. But one person who will not cow down to Donald Trump is Jerome Powell and reducing the interest rates. And Donald Trump is big mad about it. This is what he has to say. This is just more than I can take.
Too late. I call him Too Late Powell because he's always too late. I mean, if you look at him, every time I did this, I was right 100%. He was wrong. Maybe I should go to the Fed. Am I allowed to appoint myself, Doug? I don't know. Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? I do a much better job than these people.
Okay, the Chiron. We have a stupid person at the Fed. That's what Newsmax Chiron was for that. Donald Trump, just for a quick reminder, every single business he has been involved with has fraud charges, tax charges, bankruptcies, casinos go bankrupt. He has bankrupted his companies 6 times, and he is in the process of doing it again. And Jerome Powell said the reason we can't lower interest rates is because his tariff policy is so we're going to do it, we're not. So the whole taco situation. But it is unbelievable to me that Donald Trump sits up there and has the hubris to act like he's a good businessman, and all these lunatics that support him think, oh, he probably would do a great job at the Fed. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I think that confession there is exactly what we know autocrats do. He wants to cook the books. He wants to manipulate the market. The reason he doesn't like Jerome Powell is because Jerome won't play Trump's game. They want to manipulate data. They want to manipulate inflation reports. They want to manipulate unemployment reports. And guess who else does this? All of the autocrats around the world. Russia, they put out these reports about their economy. It's all bullshit. And Trump wants to do the same.
In this age where disinformation is everywhere, where facts are totally ignored by certain sects of the media, I want to share with you something that Jennifer and I use all day, every day, and that's ground news. And the reason we love ground news is it aggregates all the articles and it will tell you what articles say on the left and what they say on the right. For example, U.S. State Department to vet social media of student visa applications for signs of terrorist group support. That's what it says on the right. On the left, it says student visa applicants must unlock social media accounts. So you can see, depending on where you get your news, it matters. Ground news tells you what is the factuality of the source that you are reading. It is such a great tool. Please join us by going to groundnews.com/IHIP to get 40% off the Ground News Advantage plan that we use every day. They're subscriber funded and female founded. By subscribing, you're not only getting a tool we all need today, you're also supporting our work. That's Ground, GROUND news.com/IHIP. And we've pinned the link in the show notes. This is super important. You will not be sorry if you sign up with Ground News. And so one other thing, Jennifer, you have to see this because this is Papa got released from the nursing home. He's so proud. Let's see, paper straws are back under the Trump administration. He's changed the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. And now his big push is flagpoles at the White House.
In this case, we had a lot of choices, putting it on that hill, putting it different places. It's such a beautiful pole, we thought we'd put it near. I mean, it always looks best when it's near a Doral. I put it right near. I have a similar pole. And these are the best poles anywhere in the country, or in the world, actually. They're tapered. They have the nice top. I don't know if you people are aesthetic.
Stop it right there. I want to play the rest, but I want to stop it right there. Have you ever heard anybody talk about poles? The pole, the size of the pole, how the pole looks? I mean, to me, there's some subliminal messages in here that he's trying to sell his pole. His poles are the best in the country, best in the nation. I mean, a president of the United States putting up flagpoles and having a news conference at the White House, it's just offensive because it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay, sorry, finish. I couldn't let it go.
I don't know there, but it's a very exciting project to me. And then at 11 o'clock, we're lifting the flag. But we're going to lift the pole now, and then they're going to the other side, get that, and then we're going to do, I think, 2 flag liftings. We'll be putting it up at 11 here, and a couple of minutes later on the other side. We'll start here at 11. So that'll be very nice and very patriotic. We're doing well, and as a country, if the Fed would ever lower rates, would buy debt for a lot less. It's a shame. Do you ever have a guy that's not a smart person?
Is that at all presidential, or am I crazy? Is he just a lunatic out from the memory care wing?
The danger in all of this is that with the base, something as benign and stupid and performative as putting up a large pole with a large giant used car salesman's Texas-sized flag on it hits hard with the base. And that was on Fox. This is all a part of nationalist propaganda, and he is able to assuage any concerns they may have about his breakup with Elon Musk, or potential rumors that maybe Social Security might go somewhere going to the Middle East, because for the rubes that sit at home and watch Fox News and get propagandized every day, that's enough for them. Seeing that he put an American flag up feigned patriotism is enough to buy him a little time. And so propagandists are pretty clever about this. He's going to do a bunch of evil, evil, evil shit. Boom, 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 boom. But then they're going to do this performative patriotism with big flags. This is by design.
Absolutely. And you heard him say, oh, it's very patriotic. It's very patriotic. But they're like, oh my gosh, he loves the flag. No U.S. president has loved the flag more than Donald Trump because he's such a patriot, because he put two ridiculously stupid looking flagpoles up at the White House. I mean, we say it all the time. The 77 million people that voted for this are the easiest marks Donald Trump has ever grifted, and he's been grifting his entire life. It's absolutely stunning. That's all we have at the moment. I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to our channel. If you're watching and not subscribing, please subscribe. And here's our book, Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches. Please buy it in a bookstore near you. It's also an audiobook.